Scottish football is prone to some dodgy decisions, and today, October 10th, Willie Collum has admitted that Lawrence Shankland's controversial goal against Rangers should not have stood, while admitting that Celtic's penalty against Killie was justified. Welcome back to Fog Football, which is a funny one because we're actually the polar opposites of the Willie Collum spectrum, aren't we? We believe that the Hearts goal actually probably should have counted and that Celtic shouldn't have got a penalty.
Well, I mean, seeing the Hearts go back, I can understand why it shouldn't count.
Yeah, no, that was... But see, we were fed a rule, right, that if it hits his arm, but he doesn't score from it, but he plays a pass, then that's fine. But now it's coming out and saying that that's not fine. They need to write the rules in black and white for me. We'll get into the next article in a minute.
Well, we were told the reason that the Callum McGregor goal against St Mirren never stood was because he directly scored from it. Whereas Shankland didn't directly score for his, he ended up playing the ball forward. But from the same attack, Hearts effectively scored. So I don't think that the Shankland goal should have counted, but based on how the rules were just explained to me, then because he didn't score directly after the touch from his hand, then it would be allowed to play on. And I think you and Cameron thought the same thing.
Right, well, that's what I thought. But then you seen like a week later, or maybe a wee bit more than that. I think it was a week later. Martin Boyleshire, he scores that goal against Rangers, right? And his looked far less deliberate than Lawrence Shankland's, but his got ruled out.
Yeah, but he directly scores.
Yeah, and that's why. But that's to me backs this up though, because Shankland doesn't directly score. But
yeah,
Boyle
but
does.
I think it's just a case of Shankland. It was a mistake.
So, well, let's get into the mistake. So this is what Willie Collum had to say regarding it. And I quote, "It comes off his upper arm, down onto his lower arm, completely accidental. Okay, it was cleared for me, okay, I'm going to confirm the goal. This is clearly in the attacking phase of play and it should have been brought back. I don't think it's a deliberate handball. I think the VAR is correct in their assessment with that because they rarely are, to be fair, but what we need to talk about here is a punishable handball. We're looking at several handball cuts today and we would agree that the majority of them are not deliberate handballs but punishable. And for us, Lawrence Shankland's arm is too far out here. This is a good example to demonstrate as a deflection onto the arm. You know, you could argue, does it come from the body? Does it come from the top of the shoulder onto the arm? So that it would help people understand we're saying this is punishable. But it's a deflection. But in our opinion, there's enough contact. The arm is out far enough from the body here for this to be given. It's definitely in the attacking phase of play. It can't be a factual overturn because Shankland doesn't take control of the ball and go up the pitch and immediately score. There's several passes in between. End of quote. To me, that's ridiculous though, right? That's almost like him saying, even if they realised they were in the wrong, they wouldn't factually overturn it because, like you pointed out, Shankland doesn't score from it. He just finds someone else to score from it. See this? We can't factually overturn it, Pish. It's actually pissing me off, man. Oh, it's not clear and obvious. It's a get out of jail free card for these referees.
Clear and obvious shouldn't matter.
It's like Ian Achos. Oh, we're actually looking for proof that it did hit his arm rather than it didn't. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
It's either the right decision or the wrong decision. None of this clear and obvious bullshit matters.
All it does is get them a get out of jail free card, folks, man. This is why VAR needs scrapped. See if they get it wrong in the heat of the moment, most of us can accept it. But see this when they've got a million angles and as much time realistically as they want to delay a game of football to get it right. There's no excuses, man. There really ain't. But anyway, closing thoughts. So yeah, I think we're all agreeing here that this goal shouldn't have stood. But going back to the rules that were explained to us at the beginning of this season, that actually could have potentially stood, but it did. And Willie Collins admitted they got it wrong. Moving on to one that you've been banging on about for months. Well, I'll say months. About what?
It didn't even happen months ago. So
about a month.
Fucking real Latin.
Well, real Latin.
Straight away.
I had my wee fishing rod out there, but Willie Collins.
Shove up your arse.
All right. But that's what he said. It's a really debatable one.
It's not. It's really not.
Firstly, the referee, we can understand his position on the field. It's very difficult to gauge this, especially when it's close, and you take into the account the deflection as well. The big thing for the VAR here is the arm being up. For us, Lewis Mayo here, the arm is definitely up. It's unnatural. It's unexpected ball, but that changes after it deflects with Robbie Diaz onto the arm. If the shot goes direct here and hits Lewis Mayo, there is no deflection. It is 100% a penalty kick. Even in this situation with a deflection, in law, you can justify this penalty because of the body shape, because of the arm. The law doesn't talk about deflection or close proximity. These are guidance that are issued rather than the law that just talks about an unnatural position. As a player, then you run the risk of being penalised. End of quote. But see that, man, talking about, oh, this isn't actually the law. That is just guidance. That's just
same thing. Just trying to spin it. Oh, it's not in the law. It's just guidance. It's guidance.
What's the fucking point of guidance?
It's guidance to guide you to get the correct decision.
Yeah.
So
no, hold on, right? See Stuart Kettlewell, he came out after the game and said they were talking about deflection in close proximity, that if it takes like 2 deflection hits off the guy's hand, then it can't count. So he was giving guidance, but why are they telling managers, right, in their football clubs at the start of the season guidance that they're not actually going to act upon because they're just going to use the law? Why not tell them the law then? Why not tell the fans the law? See if guidance doesn't really matter, why not tell us the law? It is ridiculous, man. And to back this up, well, to back himself up, here, Willie Collum goes on to say, I have said this from day one, it's about stakeholders' views, really, pretty much. Nobody accepts that this is a penalty. We have had good decisions with our stakeholders in terms of the KMI panel. We have good discussions with the clubs as well, and also players, and the feeling this should not be punished going forward. We want to replicate in terms of this decision, in terms of it's such close proximity, and it's deflected. Even if the arm is in this position, we don't punish it. But there's a slight caveat to that. 2 words, impact, consequence. You know, if we put this on the goal line, this same scenario, and the ball is going into the net, then this changes everything altogether. We're asking our referees...
but he's bringing up different variables and circumstances that aren't the case. He says, first of all, if the ball is hit, if he shoots and directly hits Lewis Mayall's arm, it's 100% a penalty. No one's disagreeing with that. No one's disagreeing with that.
We said even during the
game...
That
wasn't the fucking case, so... The ball did not directly, from the shot, hit Lewis Mayall's arm. If it did, then it's 100% a penalty. No one is denying that. Then he brings up the whole, well, if it was on the goal line, you'd have to give it... Yeah, and no one's denying that either.
I remember Alistair Johnson's arm at Rugby Park didn't give it, though.
If that hits Lewis Mayall's arm on the goal line, 100% it's a penalty. Not denying that. But it takes a deflection off the other defender, then ricochets up and hits Lewis Mayall's arm while heading away from goal. The ball was going away from goal.
Yep.
So why is he bringing up all these different circumstances that did not happen?
They're covering their tracks, and he wraps it up with, we are asking our referees and our VARs to judge what is the impact and consequence of the action. Moving forward, if this exact same decision happened again, we do not want to award a penalty kick. End of quote.
So now he's saying that if it happens again, they won't award a penalty. So he said it wasn't a penalty, but he's coming up with all these excuses to try and justify awarding the penalty. Oh, but in the rules it doesn't necessarily state that shouldn't be that's just guidelines, my fucking ass. The guidelines are there to guide you to get the correct decision. I mean, the guy is picking... literal words here just to try and justify, because he doesn't want to come out and say, oh no, we were wrong, it was a huge error. Why not just do that? We'd respect that. Rather than coming out and saying they made the wrong decision, he's coming up and making up all these circumstances that didn't happen. Like, why is he talking about this decision, but bringing up 2 things that did not happen? Oh, if the ball directly hit Lewis Mayall's arm, it's 100% a penalty. Yes, no one's denying that. Oh, if Lewis Mayall blocked it on the goal line and prevented a goal, it would have been 100% a penalty. Yes, no one's denying that. He's bringing up 2 situations that would have resulted 100% in a penalty. Yes, of course. I'm not saying it wouldn't have, but those 2 situations, they're hypothetical. They didn't happen. What did happen is that the ball was struck, it bounced off one Kilmarnock player's leg, ricocheted up, close proximity, hit his teammate's arm, nothing they can do about it. The ball wasn't even heading towards goal, and it shouldn't have been a penalty, and he's confirmed that by saying going forward they do not want penalties to be awarded.
No, but say Motherwell do the exact same thing, right?
But they haven't changed the rules.
Not Motherwell.
They haven't changed the rules.
No, but say...
No, but he's on about, oh, it's only guidance, it's not in the rules. No rules have changed. From this moment, and from when that penalty was awarded, nothing in the rule books has changed. But now all of a sudden he wants penalties to not be awarded for that. But then he's saying, oh well, but it's only guidance. So what? Make up your mind. So what? Why? If he's trying to claim that if he's saying that penalty was justified and that and the referees were justified to give it, then why is he wanting them not to give it going forward when the rules haven't changed?
Sounds like they bent the rules. Is what it sounds
No,
like.
why does he want that not to be given going forward when the rules haven't changed?
You tell me.
Because he's full of shit.
Nah, he is full of shit, but say Motherwell.
All he had to do was come out and say, got it wrong.
Say Killie, right? Doesn't necessarily need to be against Celtic, but say Killie do the exact same incident, right? But they're the attacking team here, and they don't get a penalty from it. Is that not a fucking joke, though?
Yeah.
Literally, what we said, right, after that game, in defence of, like, Stuart Kettlewell and the fact that it shouldn't have been a penalty, has been echoed here by Willie Collum. But he's almost, like, labelling this as, like, a special event. He's talking, but, you know, we're going to ask the referees to look into the impact and consequences of the action. The ball, it hits his hand going away from goal, in a deflected shot at close proximity, going away from goal. How they've came to the conclusion this is a penalty. I mean, honestly, man, come on, what the fuck are they doing with VAR? It is absolutely insane what we're dealing with here. You see, with football, it doesn't even get given. Honestly, man, it's nitpicking like hell. And what? No, but have you noticed? Why can't he just come out and admit they got it wrong? Why has he got to spin like a washing machine?
It's distraction. Bring it
yeah,
up.
but why does he admit the Rangers one? Why does he come out with the Shankland one and say, oh,
bringing up hypothetical situations that just didn't happen. That's all he's doing here. But if it directly hit his arm, it would have. But it didn't directly hit his arm. If it was on the goal line, it would. It wasn't on the goal line.
What pisses me off?
Why is he making up? Why is he making up a set of circumstances, a set of situations that didn't happen?
Gordon Duncan does the show with him, I think, and well, he used to do the show with him. He doesn't question him on it.
Gordon Duncan on Super Scoreboard and every other pundit on Super Scoreboard has been like, "It's a ridiculous decision. It was never a penalty."
Yep.
But I bet Gordon Duncan won't say anything to him when they do the whole the ref watch.
Anyway, guys, that's it. We went through both decisions. Just a mess. I mean, VAR can't. I mean, you've got instances where they're feeding this bullshit
and also,
rules and then changing rules.
He never said it was a penalty. I think I don't know what you said at the beginning. You said he admitted that. No, he never. What he said was, with the rules, that the officials were justified in awarding a penalty. Doesn't mean he necessarily thinks it's a penalty. And he's even said going forward that he doesn't want penalties to be given for that, which would suggest that he does not believe it is a penalty.
Well, he insists the match officials did get the call right to the letter of the law.
So why is when the letter of the law is not changed, why does he want them not to award it going forward?
Well, in his own, it is 100% a penalty kick. He says that in his own words. It is 100% a penalty kick. Folks, just to fucking highlight it.
Where?
Here.
No, he said if there's no deflection, can you not read?
Alright, yeah, that's right.
He's not saying it's 100% a penalty. He's never claimed that. All he said was they were justified to award it. He's not saying, he never says they're 100% right to award it. He's not saying it is a penalty. He just said they were justified as if to like almost give a loophole. He never say he's bringing up situations that didn't exist.
He's a walking tits, Willie Collum, isn't he? No, the law. But see that whole guide. Then what's the fucking point of guidance? Why is the 12 managers told about guidance if they're just going to move the guidance? Because see, no, the difference is you can move the goalposts on guidance. It's hard to do it on law, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Anyway, guys, that's it. Well, I mean, it's just every month. It's the same old shite with this guidance. These VAR calls. They never get anything right. Accountability goes a long way, Willie Collum. Anyway, till next time. Peace.